Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to another episode of Football Analysis with Spartans. So thanks for taking time to click the link and for us to sort of spend a little bit of time going through and sort of picking up on some of the things that we're seeing in the game that we probably should know better not to do, and we want you to learn and develop and improve. Just a couple of caveats. These videos are all about your development. They're not about sort of showing and highlighting anybody's flaws. This is all about how do we improve as a unit, how do we improve as a team. So if I'm mentioning you for whatever reason, then please take it as a positive that I'm looking to invest the time into you. It's certainly not anything underlying. You're our player, and we want you to be our player till you're under 18, under 19, under 20, or going into adult football. So please see this as a benefit, not as any criticism. Of course, I'm going to get I'm going to get passionate about some of these things, but if I wasn't, then I think you'd be even more disappointed in me. So we're going to be looking at the Old Wolves game today. So the Old Wolves game was a 3-1 win to us. We dominated possession, but we were really wasteful, and you'll see in some of the clips in this episode that we couldn't retain the ball. We're very frantic. We're poor in transition as well. So transition's that time when you either win the ball or lose the ball, just generally really wasteful. And I think it starts from the defence and for us being calm in defence, and we'll talk about that throughout the clip. So I've got some predetermined clips, and then I just want us to free play some around about 10 minutes of the start of the second half to try and understand what was going wrong in there. So the first clip for me is just the basics one. So the basics here are around how we set up from throw-ins. So if you look at where we are here, and look at the concentration of players, either our players or their players, well, we shouldn't be throwing into there. We should be trying to work the switch to get the ball into this zone here. And for us to do that, I want us to try and play really deep here, play across, and then we play and break the line. So we play around the back. What this will enable us to do is to get the players like Jamie Smith on the ball in this right striker position here. Jamie's here, Sam's here, to get Jamie into play from this right-hand side. So if you watch Leo's technique here, he actually goes to play backwards. So he tricks this player. Watch this player move as Leo pretends to throw the ball, which creates the space here, which is fantastic. Ollie, in this situation, if I sort of just play this back 3-5 seconds, can you scan here to see if you got anybody on you? Because you don't scan, you're unaware that you've got this massive void behind you. We need to try and play that switch ball here. Try and receive on the back foot. Instead, we play into all this congestion here. So if I just pause at this critical point here and look at, so we've got 3 players around here, and we decide to play into those 3 instead of trying to play into this space here. But just going back onto the formation of the throw-in, Max, we should be a lot deeper, and Jack, you should be out here. We've got the ball. We've got the ball here, so we should be set up like we want to receive the ball. It feels like, Max, you're ready for when we lose the ball. Now, we don't lose the ball if we're set up correctly. You've got to trust your teammates. And the ball goes back in there. So first clip about throw-in setup. This clip here ends up to be their attack. So they get into our box off this attack here. So first thing, can we scan before we receive? if you look here, we've got 3 players against 1, and we should never be losing the ball here. We should be taking the sting out of it and play backwards, but first rule of receiving is scanning. If we scan here, we know where the pressure is, and our first touch can be into this space, or we can pretend and play backwards here. Second rule is to protect, and because we're unaware of where the opponent is, we play it straight into their feet. And now they've got an attack on. Third rule is to play the side where there's no opponent. So if we were aware, we would have played it. And again, not picking on Ollie Taylor here, because we see this sort of 5 or 6 times from probably 4 or 5 different players throughout the course of the game. So just be mindful. These players here are very capable ball players. You know, we've probably got one of the best centre backs in the world with playing balls, and Jacko can absolutely play with his feet as well. Sort of not a cultured full back yet with us. So trust them. And we missed the tackles. We're flying into tackles, and then you think we've just won the ball back here. We have to be quicker at moving and shifting this ball out. Okay, we have to be quicker. We have to be quicker to try and get on the ball. So I think this is Ollie. Max, Jack, can you be wider here to try and get on the ball? And Hughesy, can you try and break some lines here? But Leo's going into this player here. We had to relieve the pressure and shift that ball out. And as it happens, we then lose the ball again after winning it back. Remember, the first 5 seconds of winning the ball back is critical. You have to move the ball. You have to shift it quicker. Now, Jack, you're looking at the defender here, but he is now the blind side. We love this from... If we were this attacker here, I'd be absolutely applauding him. But your body position needs to be turning so you can see the player. So theoretically, you need to be that way so you can see the player as well as the ball over there. So player here, ball there, and we can see both. As it happens, we're fixated on the ball and we're not looking at where this player is. Just watch where this player ends up, and if a decent ball comes in, that's a goal, because we're not watching him. Could we be deeper and looking at him in this position here, opposed to just trying to chase that ball down? We need to be predicting where the next pass is, opposed to just following the ball. Luckily enough, we're able to regain possession here. Just a couple of learnings from me. When we win the ball back, can we work the switch, get it out of that congested area? And you know, already 2 clips in, we've seen the inability of our players to picture how we can move and shift that ball out of that congested area when we win it back, or from a throwing situation. Okay, so just another picture here of the player being on the blind side. So we're in possession, we lose it, and the opposition now, couple of things. We're probably too tight, so we don't need to go man for man. We could be in this space here, stopping this through ball, but also just watching and thinking about our body position, so we could send this player out wide. But look at his position here. Now, within half a second, he's now there. That's if that ball is right, he scores, because our body position isn't correct. Beards is playing them on, so we could be in this space here. We could be in this space, blocking that pass out and also looking at that defender. And that's the sort of the learnings from this particular clip. Yes, it was a bad ball, and actually probably didn't start wide enough to run in like we ask our wide players to do, our wide strikers to do. Again, let me just replay this. So this, first things first. Harrison, you don't need to force this. You can beat that player there and the game changes. Look how deep they are. So could you have travelled a little bit further with the ball? You lose it. And now you'd think we're pretty safe here. There's what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 players versus 1, 2, 3. So we've got a 6v3 situation. But what are we doing? Just get the ball down and play football. Now we've got to shift it. Okay. So just watch this little bit of a melee phase here. Okay. So Beardsy, could you be out wide? If Leo's more central, can you be out wide to be an outlet? Yeah, there's no way that he's going to make that pass to you. So can you be out there? Leo's winning the ball here. Now, we've got to play backwards. Why aren't we playing backwards here? Yeah, Jack, we're in possession, so can you be out wide? We've got to recognise that we don't need to be holding his hand in this position. We've got to play backwards to then play forwards. If we can do that, we break lines, boys, and we're not. If we play backwards here, and then Max can play either to Jamie Smith or into Harrison into this space here, or is that Hughesy there? We've just got to be quicker. We're going up against. We're trying to play attacking football without. And again, we win the ball back. We win the ball back, and then we lose it. Okay. Now, love the intent from Ollie here to try and win the ball. The first 5 seconds, we just need to create mayhem. But within this long ball now, they're through. So the picture here is who's covering Max. Yeah. So Jacko, could you be deeper? Max, can you use your left foot just to control it? There's no issue here. So you're going in with your right foot there, which is going to end up over here. If you lean in with your left and just control it, you've got that ball. Worst case scenario, it bounces off your knee and it plays into this space here for you to run onto. The fact that your body position is so goofy here, and we only call it goofy because it's just wrong. So think about how you can use your left foot to control. I know this is my arm, but how can you use your left foot to control it? And then we can play football. As it happens, we try the big kick with our right foot. I know you're right-footed, but that ball there, if you win that ball, it's just going over here. Trying to control or play a clearance with the outside of your foot just doesn't work. You've got to use your inside. As I said, worst case scenario, it ricochets off your knee. And then the player goes on to score. I don't know if Mickey couldn't do anything different there. So, you know, it's one of those things from a goal perspective. But, you know, if you play that clip back from the start now, and you just go, how did we concede from our own free kick? Yeah, our own free kick. Harrison rushes. They play it out. Got to be quicker, faster, sharper on our passes. We hold on to it. Got to be quicker, sharper, faster. Lose it. We try and win it. We're now slowing them down. Can we stop the pass? Can we play with our left, who was covering, and then they go and score. Okay, so just one for the attackers here around pullback detail. So Jamie Banner gets to the byline as we love, but look at that pullback. The pullback isn't to where we need it or want it to be. So can we get this ball back into? Can we get this ball back into the penalty spot? So at the moment, that ball is going across the 6-yard box, which is fine if you haven't got 3 or 4 defenders. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4 defenders. Look where the goalkeeper is. So the goalkeeper will always protect the near post. That's what they're trained to do. What we need to do is get it away, change that angle. So 2 players on the same passing line here, which isn't good. Sam and Jamie Smith on the same passing line. So I know you're new to the team, but Sam, can you drive into and block the keeper's view? And then Jamie, can you be deeper? And Matty, can you also be deeper here? So we can play if Jamie Smith either gets closed down or doesn't fancy a shot, which is highly doubtful with Jamie. But so can we get it away from the goalkeeper? Detail on that pullback is required. So can we be in these zones here, opposed to all being on that same line? Okay. And Jamie, can you be the deeper one here to try and get your long shot away, which I know you're strong at. Okay, so patience is a virtue here. Can we let the game change? So love how Matty comes in and gets the switch on here. So really good open body. Okay, now in this pause frame here, look where 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players. Okay, and we play this ball here. Let's just be patient. Okay, and what I mean by that is we've got 3 back here, so Leo needs to drop back in, or I think it's Ollie Taylor needs to drop back in, and Jack needs to come and help and support his teammates in this zone. So can we either play it back in and then play forwards from there? So we play that direct ball. Now I love the creativity. However, let me just explain why I don't necessarily like it. If we lose that ball, they've got a numerical advantage in this play. Okay, they've got a numerical advantage. What I would rather see us do is play it, let them press. You then are freed up, Matty, to get back onto the ball in more space, in a more central and advanced role. Husey could get on the ball from here as well. But the most important thing is that the game changes and they start pressing you. I think it's really, really important for us to see those pitches in the game where we don't have to rush it. Yeah, the switch is great, and luckily enough, we get that switch ball in. And Jack, can you go and support that attack? Ollie Taylor needed to have sat in there as left back. That's your role to go and support on that left hand side. So just be a little bit more patient in those pitches. What I'm now going to do is just sort of start the second half, because I thought that this was really, really frantic as the second half went on. I just want to let it play, and then I'll sort of pause it. So really good attacking play from the start. Matty comes over to cover, which is great. Beardsy comes over to cover, and then Max goes over to cover. So this is my first pause point. Okay. Now, at this moment in time, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 players versus 1, okay? And there's nothing to worry about, okay? There's absolutely nothing to worry about. We've got numerical advantage. Can we get Mickey onto the ball to then play the switch, okay? Look what happens instead. We panic. Now they've got a throw in, okay? So we've gone from being 1, 2, 3, 4 players against 1. Now just wait until they throw it, and I'll pause it. So we've gone from 4 against 1 to now being 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 versus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And Mickey 7. So we've gone from 4v1 to 7v7 just because we haven't got the bravery to play back to the goalkeeper. Okay. Now, this is inviting pressure that we don't need, okay? This season, we do not need any additional pressure. So, play back to Mickey, let's restart, rebuild, get the switch on. They will then have to chase that ball and slide over, all right? So, first sort of call out for me is, got to be more patient. We've got to trust Mickey. He's the best goalkeeper in 100 miles with his feet, trust me. Now just look at the ping pong that now comes about. So they're really high. They're really, really high. So we play long ball, lose the ball. Win it back and lose it. Got to play backwards. Harrison takes the free kick. Okay, now, in this position, who do you think should take the free kick? Answers on a postcard. Get them in the comments. Look where it is. Who is best suited to take this free kick? And I want you to think about a picture of the goal kick, but it's further up the pitch. Yeah. So let's get him to take it, and then we set up like a goal kick, but it's higher up the pitch. Instead, you two don't want to get on the ball here. Max and Beardsy, why aren't you leading and getting on the ball? Yeah, we should be working the switch here, and then getting it over to Jamie Smith on the right hand side. Okay, but absolute rubbishness that we just give the ball away from our own free kick again. And final third, 3 balls. Okay, just a little bit of patience there, Jamie. Just relax on the ball. I know this was probably your second game with us, so no pressure. Can we work the switch? Who wants the ball on the switch? There we go. Get the switch. These balls, boys. We're self-destructing. Mickey, can you reclaim this? Could you get onto that? So again, similar picture. Max, if Mickey could claim this, could we play back to Mickey there now? But we basically do the attacker's job for them, and a great save by Mickey. So again, just another couple of pictures of where we're frantic, and if anything, we're doing their job for them. Now, Max here, are you aware that we've got players all around? Because it looks like you're just travelling towards the ball. So, you were unaware of all the players around you. So again, body shape is key. Looking around is key, and not just following that ball. The ball can't score a goal without a player in space to do so. So let's just make sure that we're watching all around us. Again, just want us to watch this little bit again. I feel like we're chasing the ball. We're not predicting anything. Yeah, we've gone a bit soft with us predicting the next pass. So for me here, the pass here, that's the next pass. I knew that straight away. It's coming in. Yeah, we should be predicting this. The next one, where's the next one? It's coming over here. There's nobody intercepting. We're so slow off the mark here. So think about how we could step in. Think about how we can stop this coming into the middle. How can we stop it from coming over here now? We're not stepping in at all. We're just chasing the ball around the football pitch. Max, are you looking for the danger? Now we all should be getting out. We should all be running out and making this picture as compact as we can. Can we work the switch? Last gasp defending. Can we control it and play? Just relax on the ball. We're just smashing it again. Giving it away. Now we've got to take the sting out of the game, but we give it away. So just think about how many times we just weren't even looking for a teammate. We were, we were all just playing our own game. We weren't playing as a team at all. Can we play backwards to go forwards? No. And Max, your body position here, are you ready? So here, could you be in this zone here? You're marking a player here instead of playing our game. Okay, so this gap here is way too big between you and Beardsy now. This is danger. Yeah, forget this player here. He can only score if he gets the ball. Now, if someone runs into this space, that's the danger. So can you be in this position here, looking at this player? Leo should be tucking in to mark this player, if anything. But you should not be man marking. We don't man mark. He still gets the ball. So think about your body position, Max. Really, really important. That's the detail. Yeah. And again, lose the ball. Who's taking control on the pitch right now? Which players are recognising it? Max again, just kicking it. Yeah, this is dangerous, boys. Really dangerous. You played, if we played a better team, if we played any of the teams that we played in the last 2 weeks, they score 5 or 6. Again, we lose the ball, Max. We're lucky not to concede in this spell. Really lucky. There we go. We're in control. Hold the ball up and play football. Hold the ball up and play. So this is the picture that frustrated me about us switching. So in this position here, 1, 2, 3 players against 1, 2 players. So we needed to bring Matty into the game to get the switch on. Matty was CDM at the time. So if we get Matty on the ball, we can work it onto this side of the pitch. We're so keen to go forwards. We're not recognising that actually you sometimes have to go backwards to go forwards. But we've just gone a whole spell, probably 5 minutes without really touching the ball, getting into the opposition's half, and we lose it with a dead ball like that. We have to be better on the ball. We have to be. There's no, there's no ifs, buts, no coconuts on this. Can we predict the next pass? Can we predict the next passes? Get it down and play, Max. We don't need to. So in this position, did you look before? Because we've got 2 players in this zone here, and we just lump it. So we need to be calm. We need to be calm on the ball, because we want that round thing more than they do. But we're just kicking it up, and then they're on the attack again. So we're our own worst enemy when it comes to keeping the ball in the defensive line. Give it away again. It's just not good enough, boys. Give it away again. And we take a free kick to relieve pressure. Can we play backwards? Who wants it backwards? We give it to them. That gap again, Max, is too wide. Come across, come across, come across a little bit more. Give it away. So think about this picture, Mickey. Could you be claiming this? This is about you owning your box. Could you have claimed that instead of trying to stay on your line? Okay, we need somebody to take hold of the game. Remember the principles of receiving. So scan. He looks, yeah, first one. And then it's a bad ball into him. But you're trying to receive it on the back foot, and I get that. That's, you know, we're trying to do the right thing here. And that's the, I don't mind making the mistakes doing the right things. I just mind the mistakes when we try and do the wrong things. So in this picture here, Matty, can you come out now to create the space for Freddie Stevens? So this is, that is the pass all day long here. But for that to happen, we need to create the space. So if Matty, you're here, you're dragging this player out with you. Oh, that player's coming out with you. So can you bring this one out? Gosh, come on, you can do it, Steve. Can you bring this player out with you to create that passing channel there into Freddie? If he doesn't come, you're the passing option. So that's the picture that I want to see from you boys. And actually, Max driving into this space just congests it even more. So you driving into here, Max, actually just congests these three players even further. It's a good ball in. Can you play it again? Can you play it quicker there? So you're drawing the players in. Now, if we get it across here, we've got this 2v2 situation. Yeah, and I back these two all day long in a 2v2 situation. I don't think there's many of the parents and the players group that wouldn't back these two. So if you get it out, we've got to work the switch quicker. There, that's the pass. Now, pass. Well done, Matty. Can we play the pass? So why am I asking Matty to play the pass here? What must Matty as CDM always be? Okay, and if I just draw this out, so we've got Hughesy as centre forward. Freddie Stevens has just got involved with the ball here, covering Max, which is great. So theoretically, our midfield structure should be like this now. Okay, if everything was equal and if everything was working, which would create what shape? Okay, so that would create the triangle. Now just look how that triangle disappears when Matty drives forward. So if Matty keeps driving forward, and I know Freddie's still out of position at the moment, but just look at how narrow this triangle is now as a result of Matty driving forward. It's a really small, don't know what's happening here. It's a really small triangle. So just releasing the ball out, it then creates the pivot, Matty, for you then to play that crossfield pass into Freddie Stevens. So as a CDM, the way that I see a CDM is just being that pivot and being that switch option. You connect all the switches, and then we lose the ball. So just bearing in mind, in a game where we've, in this 10-minute spell now, we've given the ball away probably 20 times. We need players now to be calm on the ball. So it goes back to the keeper. Goes back to the keeper. Now, Matty, relax. Yeah, trying to do the right thing is all that we ask. So you scan here. Now, actually, the best option to go is this side because the opponent's coming from this side. So if you scan, arm up, Captain America arm up, and then can you roll the other way and take the ball with you? Okay, just do another couple of minutes and then we'll wrap up. Harrison, we need you to be the calmest on the pitch in those situations. And again, we try to do We tried to play forwards instead of going backwards. Who's going to be brave? And I think that's just that pivot role again. So what Matty, just in this position here, what we try and say is, can you be in between the attacking line and the midfield line to receive in this space, in this gap here? Because this next line here between the defence and the midfield is more of the attacking midfielder role. So a Freddie Stevens or a Harrison Jamie on the right wing. And as it happens, if you're in that zone there, Harrison gets on the ball and plays this pass in, or he can come through to you for you to switch to Freddie Stevens. The fact that we're trying to play this one with skipping players, and in the adult game it's fine because they can cover ground more quickly. But if we lose the ball here, again, they've got 3 players that can come and attack us. So we like to pass over shorter distances opposed to longer distances. Jamie, can you protect it a little bit better there as well, maybe? Who's putting pressure on him in this situation? So he comes in, we're just letting him have a shot, defenders, 3 of you. And this is a theme in later games that we'll come on to on another day. But who's putting pressure on? Someone should be putting pressure on. Someone should be covering in. Basic defensive principles, boys. We shouldn't be letting players take shots at Mickey. Not from the central zone. The XG on that should have been, 0.5, maybe 0.75. Okay, now can we hold the ball? Again, relax. Yeah, we're just going through 12 minutes of losing the ball every couple of seconds. We have to remain calm. Okay, who's going to want the ball? Nobody wants the ball at the minute. No, not one of us wants the ball at the minute. Who's going to want the ball? Oh, sorry. How did we play out then? Really good option, Max, on that. So Matty drops in. Freddie, can you hold on to it? Remember the principles. And then we're able to attack because we switched the play. I know it was a bit of an unintended switch, but it was still a switch, right? Should have scored. Never mind. We're in the attacking half, guys. First time in 12 minutes. And look at the play. I think we just made a couple of tactical switches for this. So there we go. We've got our triangle back in the middle. JD taking contact. Playing backwards. Combining. Winning the ball back. Can we move it quicker? Can we move it quickly once we win it back? Great ball from Beardsey. And I think we score here. No. Pull back detail. Penalty spot. And look what happens. Yeah. Jamie Banner. That is a pullback. Yeah. Well done. I think Freddie Stevens got onto the end of it. So well done, guys. Really well done. Okay. So I'll end on this. We win the ball back. How many seconds does Hughesy hang on to this ball? 1, 2. 2 seconds. That's why we score here. Because Hughesy transfers the ball quickly and he plays that switch as a CDM. Okay. So if you look at Hughes' positioning, he's protecting the defence. Plays it through. 2 touch. And then we go on and score. Yeah. let's be braver on the ball. I think my summary and synopsis from that game is, I think we got away with one. It was great to win, but performance, I've seen us play like 1,000 times better than that, guys. I've seen us play so much better. That 10-12 minute spell in the middle of the start of the second half was just unbearable for me. Who's going to take the lead on the pitch, and who's going to settle the game down? Don't forget our principles. The principles weren't really clear in that. I felt that our defence were frantic, and that's a theme in the next couple of games as well. Around it starts with them. It starts with you. It starts with the defence. If the defence can't slow the game down, draw the press on, we're not effective. Don't underestimate how effective the way that we set up is, that we play through the middle, we play through our midfielders, and then we play out wide into the attacking third through the wide players. But if we're not calm centre-backs, if we're not calm full-backs, if we're not playing the right balls in, then, it's all going wrong. So please start thinking a little bit differently as a defender. And I think, the rest of our game will come on leaps and bounds. So thanks for tuning in, and I'll catch you over the next few days. Ciao for now.